Well, hello. Today we are going to be talking about both the iPhone where are we here? The iPhone XR and the iPhone 6S. So you say, well, why are you talking about both? Well, there are a couple differences that I want to explain right from the beginning. If you look at the iPhone 6, which is true also with the 7 and the 8, you have a home button at the bottom, an area at the bottom, an area at the top, which takes up a lot of room. Okay, so instead of the home button, which wakes it up, and then you would tap it again and put in either, well, let's see, I'm going to put in fingerprint, and there it comes up. Okay, so you can do that, or if you're using the XR, you would, let's turn it off, you would tap it to get myself situated here. You tap it to wake it up, and then there is a dash, a line at the bottom. Okay, you pull up on that line. Now it says Face ID, so it wants it to turn to me, and as soon as it saw that it was me, it started up. So now that the home screen is the same on both, we're going to talk about an app called Notes. Now, to me, Notes is one of the coolest things that that Apple has put in their phones. We're going to start off with a new note. Now, if you will notice at the very bottom in the lower right-hand corner, we have a little square, and it's a pencil. The first thing we want to talk about is the two columns. It looks like a bunch of boxes stacked on top of each other on the far left, at right at the above the keyboard. Now that is a grid. If you tap on it, you get a grid that has the ability to now start putting in data, if you will, or I've used dates and X's and things like that to remind me of various things. Let me show you. Okay, now I was taking warfarin for a while, a blood thinner, and if you will notice on the chart, what it did, I would put the date over on one side, and then as I would take it, I would put an X over in the other box across from it. This helped me considerably because then I remembered to take my meds. This one is, to me, very important because what we're going to do, we're going to hit the letter A, and if you will notice when we do that, you can now put in a title. You can make it bold, you can make it italics, underlined, you can put a dash through it, a line through it rather. You can add numbers, you can add a bullet, you can left justify, right justify. Pretty cool. All right, and now the other thing I wanted to point out with this is the keyboard itself, which is pretty neat. If you hold down a key, first of all, you might say, oh, I can't get used to those keys. If I push on one, I never know if I'm pushing the right one or not because I got big fat fingers. So do I. But here's the deal. When you push down on that, it will make that particular key pop up bigger so you know you're touching the right key. Or the A, let's do the A. It shows you quite a number of different things that the A key will do. And you say, well, what good is all that? Well, let's say the word entree, which has an accent. Okay, here's what we're going to do with that. We're going to put the word entree, and then we're going to push down and then slide over to the second E, and you have the word entree, but you have it with the accent. Pretty cool. Okay, the next thing I think is really awesome, and that is the circle. You say, so what? All right, milk. See where I'm coming from. Bread, and then return, and then sugar, cereal. Now we have milk, bread, sugar, and cereal. Okay? Now, the cool part about that is, as soon as you touch milk and let's say sugar, it's going to put a check mark for you in that area. So, now the next thing it'll do, if you push the plus key, is that notifications come up along the bottom showing you that you can scan a document, take a photo or a video, and embed them right in that note. That's pretty cool. And then you can add something from your photo library, or you could add a sketch. Okay? Neat stuff. All right. The last thing is the drawing utensils, where you can hit one and then draw and then erase. Pretty neat. Okay. So with that, that's how you use notes. I find it one of the most used productivity apps that I use. And it comes with an iPhone. If you have any questions, just drop me a line, Paul K. at isenior.online, and I'll try to answer them. If I know the answers, we're good to go. If I don't, I'll research it, and then we'll be good to go. Until the next time, you have a good evening. Thanks for watching.